Today we delve into Safiya Sinclair's evocative memoir, How to Say Babylon. This striking book is an exploration of Sinclair's life and growth, set against the backdrop of her rigid Rastafarian upbringing in the verdant landscapes of Jamaica. Born into a family where tradition and religion were the cornerstones of daily existence, Sinclair's story mirrors the nuanced narratives of acclaimed memoirs like Educated and Born a Crime. In this memoir, Sinclair takes us on a journey through her formative years, painting vivid images of her experiences that are both unique and universally relatable. She introduces us to her father, a man whose devotion to his Rastafari beliefs is as passionate as his music. A volatile reggae musician, he becomes consumed with the mission to protect his daughter's purity against what Rastafarians term as Babylon, the corrupting influences of the Western world. Sinclair provides an intimate look into her family dynamics, revealing a mother silently struggling under the pressures of her husband's stringent beliefs and the restrictive customs imposed on the women in her family. Amidst this stifling environment, young Sinclair seeks solace in the world of books and education, subtly encouraged by her mother, who becomes her silent ally. The memoir is not merely a cathartic exercise for Sinclair, it transcends that to become a tale of liberation and self-discovery. The relationship with her father plays a pivotal role here, shaping her perspectives and challenging her to question the norms she was brought up with. As we delve deeper into Sinclair's story, we see her life unfold like a beautifully written poem, meticulously weaving together threads of personal and political history, mythology, and her emerging identity as a poet. It's a rebellion, a love letter, and an incantation, all rolled into one captivating narrative. Sinclair's memoir is more than just a journey, it's a testament to her resilience and determination to forge her path amidst the storms of tradition and expectation. Sinclair's father, a strict adherent of Rastafari and a volatile reggae musician, becomes obsessed with preserving her purity against what Rastas term as Babylon, the corrupting influences of the Western world. As a young girl, Sinclair witnesses her mother's silent struggle under the weight of her father's rigid beliefs and the restrictive customs enforced upon the women in her family. This line introduces us to the heart of Sinclair's memoir, a family tightly wound around the spool of tradition and faith. In the Sinclair household, the father's word is law, his devotion to Rastafari shaping the family's lifestyle and beliefs. This adherence to tradition manifests as a fortress-like barrier against the influences of Babylon, a term used by Rastas to denote the corrupting influences of the Western world. It's a barrier that Sinclair, as a young girl, finds herself pressed against. The women in Sinclair's family are subjected to a life of silent acquiescence, their voices stifled by the patriarch's stringent rules. Sinclair's mother, a silent pillar of strength, endures this reality while subtly nurturing her daughter's thirst for knowledge. This subtle encouragement is the spark that ignites Sinclair's rebellion, her quest for a life beyond the confines of her father's beliefs. Education becomes Sinclair's sanctuary, a world where she can explore, question, and grow. Each book she reads, every idea she encounters, is a quiet act of defiance against her father's dogmatic worldview. But this defiance is not without its price. With each step Sinclair takes towards self-discovery, she moves further away from the traditions that have shaped her world, setting the stage for inevitable conflict. Yet, amidst the tension and turmoil, there's a poignant undercurrent of love. Sinclair's memoir is not an account of resentment, but a testament to the complexities of family bonds. Even as she chafes against her father's rules, she acknowledges the love that underpins their relationship, a love that's as complicated and multifaceted as the man himself. With almost every aspect of her life controlled, Sinclair finds solace in books and education, which her mother subtly encourages despite her father's stringent rules. This line encapsulates the paradoxical nature of Sinclair's upbringing, a life marked by restriction yet fueled by the quiet flames of rebellion and resilience. The memoir transcends mere catharsis. It's a tale of liberation and self-discovery, where Sinclair's fraught relationship with her father plays a pivotal role. Sinclair, despite the confines of her upbringing, found a refuge in words, in the bound pages of books, and in the realms of education. In these spaces, her spirit soared, her voice found resonance, and her identity began to take shape. Like a seed pushing through soil, Sinclair's self-discovery journey germinated in the fertile ground of literature and learning. She found solace in the written word, a solace that turned into a love affair with language, and eventually evolved into a profound skill for poetry. This love for words, this passion for prose, began to chisel her identity, shaping her into a poet, a woman with a voice that could not be silenced by the gales of tradition. As she began to explore her own voice, she realized that it was more than just a means of self-expression. Her voice was an instrument of rebellion, a tool to challenge the status quo, a weapon to combat the oppressive traditions that sought to stifle her. It was a clarion call for change, a song of freedom ringing through the silence of patriarchal norms. Her poetry became a canvas where she painted her thoughts, her dreams, her fears, and her desires. Each line, each word, each metaphor was a brushstroke of her emerging identity. Her poetry was not just an artistic expression, it was a declaration of her independence, a testament to her resilience, and a chronicle of her journey of self-discovery. But Sinclair's journey was not just about finding her voice or crafting her identity. It was about understanding her roots, about reconciling with her past, and about navigating her way through the labyrinth of her father's beliefs and the cultural traditions that had shaped her early life. The memoir blossoms into a rebellion, a love letter, and an incantation, as Sinclair meticulously assembles a narrative from the fabric of personal and political history, mythology, and her burgeoning identity as a poet. The tumultuous relationship with her father escalates as Sinclair's voice grows, both literally and metaphorically, setting a collision course between tradition and her newfound self-expression. As Sinclair matures, her thirst for knowledge and her evolving identity begin to challenge the strictures of her father's Rastafarian faith and his rigid interpretation of tradition. This tension forms the central conflict of Sinclair's memoir, a struggle between the iron chains of tradition and the liberating wings of self-expression. Sinclair's father, staunch in his beliefs, views her growing independence as a threat to the purity he is so desperate to preserve. He sees her curiosity, her love for books, and her desire for a life beyond the confines of their home as the lure of Babylon, the corrupt Western world he has spent his life rejecting. This conflict isn't just a clash of beliefs, it's a battle for Sinclair's identity. Her father's oppressive rules seek to mold her into a silent, obedient figure, a role she finds increasingly suffocating. Yet the more her father tries to suppress her, the more fiercely Sinclair's self-expression burns. Her rebellion isn't loud or violent, it's quiet, persistent, and deeply personal. It's in every word she reads, in every line she writes, in every question she dares to ask. Her self-expression becomes her resistance, her defiance of the chains that seek to bind her. And in this collision of tradition and self-expression, Sinclair's voice emerges, stronger and clearer than ever before. Her words, once a whispered rebellion, now ring out as a declaration of her independence. Through her writing, she carves out a space for herself, a space where she is free to question, to learn, to grow. Her poetry becomes her sanctuary, a place where she can explore her thoughts, her feelings, her experiences without fear of judgment or punishment. It's through her poetry that Sinclair begins to reclaim her identity, to assert her right to think and speak and exist as her own person. Her poetic prowess becomes a beacon of her resistance and transformation, fostering a narrative with radiant transformative power that resonates well beyond the pages of her memoir. The memoir tenderly explores the complexities of family bonds, showcasing the gentle love of her mother and siblings amidst a turbulent domestic atmosphere. Sinclair's mother, a beacon of support and nurturing love, subtly encourages her daughter's thirst for knowledge, defying the patriarchal norms that sought to confine her. Her siblings, too, become allies in their shared experiences, their bond strengthened by the adversity they face together. Sinclair's narrative doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of colonialism and its enduring legacy. The memoir paints a vivid portrait of Jamaica, a country still grappling with the aftermath of colonial rule. Sinclair deftly intertwines her personal narrative with the broader socio-political context. Her story reflecting the struggle of a nation seeking to reconcile its past with its present. The concept of Babylon, as a symbol of oppressive Western influence, is a recurring motif in Sinclair's memoir. Her father's obsession with shielding her from Babylon's corrupting influences proves to be a double-edged sword. While it reinforces his rigid patriarchal beliefs, it also inadvertently fosters Sinclair's critical thinking, fueling her desire to break free from these constraints. As Sinclair's narrative unfolds, it becomes evident that her journey to self-liberation is not just a personal one, but also a reflection of Jamaica's own struggle to establish its identity post-colonialism. Sinclair's rebellion against her father's patriarchal beliefs mirrors the nation's resistance against colonial ideologies. Her transformation, like that of her homeland, is a testament to resilience and the power of self-definition. Sinclair's memoir is a poignant exploration of identity, family, and the legacy of colonialism. It's a testament to the transformative power of love and the indomitable spirit of a woman determined to define her own destiny. How to Say Babylon is not just a memoir, it's a compelling journey of self-liberation, a testament to the indomitable spirit of a woman forging her path amidst a tempest of tradition and expectation.